U.S. Health and Agricultural officials released a new report last week that says the consumption of coffee within the moderate range, 3 to 5 cups, is not bad for you.
And I can smell one right here. Technically, they're not saying it's good for you either, though, so don't get confused. But either way, if you're going to drink it, let's drink it right? AJ Viola is the owner of Brew Coffee Bar in Raleigh downtown, and he's here to tell us how to get the perfect cup of Joe. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's start out with, you say fresh is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best part to emphasize is the freshness of the coffee. Everything from when it was roasted to when it was grown to how recently you ground the coffee. Is really want to focus on how fresh you can get your coffee. That's really going to make the best cup of coffee for you.
Okay, and how it's brewed also makes a big difference.
That is a big difference, yeah. So what we're doing here is we're brewing coffee by the cup. You know, you can usually brew it in large batches, which is what you usually see in places you go. But what we're doing here is brewing it by the cup. So I'm just making 1 cup of coffee so that everything we have is going to be just focused on that. So it's really fresh, it's brewed in a short amount of time, so it's not sitting for a long time. So when it's made, it's ready to go for you.
Okay, so this is by the cup. If somebody at home wanted to do this, what would they need?
You need a few things. Most of all, you're going to need a brewing device. This is called a Chemex. It's essentially just a pour over. It's things like French presses and things like that, focused on single serve. A grinder is super helpful so that you get fresh ground coffee, and then a kettle like this one so you can pour the water over the coffee in a controlled way.
All right, let's move this stuff out of here so our people can see. These mugs are for us?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes, we'll take our
one
things.
for you and one for me. Do you have different flavors at Brew?
We do. We have different roasts of coffee from different roasters all around the Triangle and North Carolina. These are some of them. We have from Raleigh Coffee Company, which is just up on Falls of the Neuse. And so we have coffee from Peru, we have coffee from Ethiopia, we have coffee from Kenya, and really just all over. So we're getting to try coffee from all over the world where it's grown. So it's really, really good, and you get to taste lots of different things.
I always wondered if where it's from, like what part of the world really changes how good the coffee is.
Yeah, it does. It's interesting. You can, after you get in the game for a long time, you can start to taste like, wow, this coffee seems to be from this place in the world or this place. You can taste different aspects of where it's grown. You start to kind of get a feel for where the country of origin has an effect on how the coffee tastes.
What's your favorite?
My favorite Ethiopian coffees, which is what we're brewing here. There's some great Ethiopian coffees that I really enjoy, and those are what I tend to really enjoy.
You said grinding it is a big thing. What about that?
Yeah, so there's kind of an unspoken rule of what we call the rule of 15s. When it comes to ground coffee, usually you have about 15 minutes of ideal freshness after it's ground. So you really want to try and wait to grind the coffee till right before you're going to brew so that it's going to be really, really fresh so that it doesn't go stale, and it tends to do that, especially once it's ground.
Can we get a little sample, or do we need to let it go?
You need another minute?
Oh, we can finish this up right here. Yeah, for sure.
All right, we're going to take a little sampling.
Finish this up.
I've already had 1 cup, so I only need a little bit.
And they say you can have three to five cups.
I'll pour some in here for you.
Which is very cool. So hopefully, this is good stuff. I love this.
There we
It
go.
smells amazing.
And this is an Ethiopian coffee, one of my favorites.
It smells really, really good.
It sure does.
Ethiopian is your favorite.
It is my favorite, yep.
Oh, that's good.
Nice and light.
No cream, no sugar.
Nope, it's good
It's
to go.
perfect.
Okay, let me just tell you the truth. I do not drink black coffee. This,
There you
I
go.
could drink black.
That's what we're shooting for.
Wow, that's amazing.
This
What do
is
you call
good.
this cup so people at home know?
So this is an Ethiopian Chichu coffee.
Ethiopian Chichu coffee.
Chichu.
You heard it here first. Did I say that wrong?
Chichu. No, you-
Chichu.
yeah, you got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so
is
much.
perfect.
Thank you,
If you
yeah.
can't do it yourself, you of course can go see him at the
Good to
brew
go.
bar.
There you go.
Alana's going to take off. Okay, when Mike